So today I'll be showing you just how to get some basic information from the local user. Now, first off, we'll need the Flux tip, obviously. We already have it, but you can find it in your inventory in Resonite Essentials and then Tools. Now, let's go into Smooth POV. Now, here, if we go over here and open our Node browser, we can go under Users. And in here, we have Local User, which simply gives us a reference to a local user. For example, here it'll say username ProtoFlux UAD U-ProtoFlux. And if you do this, it'll say your own username and user ID. Next, if we simply go to the Info tab here, we can find our ping, we can find our FPS, and let's also grab the voice mode. So now I simply hook this up to here, grab this wire here to make it a bit neater, and then hook that little relay up to other things. And there we go. Now we can display ping, FPS, and the voice mode. Now, if you're the host, obviously, ping is not really relevant because it's zero. It's always zero. You connect it to yourself. However, if we go to status, we can then get in here is user host, which will then let us fetch that little thing here. There we go. Now if we drag this out, it'll tell us true because we are actually the host. Now next, we need to actually make use of this data. So we'll go into operators first, and we'll get ourselves a conditional. A value conditional. Actually, no, it's object conditional because we're going to be using string. And strings are objects. So double tap that after typing in string, and here we go. So then we plug this into here, and it's going to come in handy in the future. Alright, so what we need now is we need formatting. So we go all the way back to the top, go to strings, formatting, and then in here we have format string, which allows us to have some parameters, and a format. So we'll plug this conditional here into the format. Then we'll grab ping, put it into the first parameter, which will turn it into an object. We'll grab FPS and plug that into the second parameter, which will also turn that into an object. And then we'll get voice mode and also plug it in here. So if we just do that and then pull out a wire here, you'll see null. Now why that is because simply currently we're not giving it a format to actually display this. So we'll have to do onTrue first. And the way this works is we are simply addressing these parameters in order. So if we do wavy bracket 0, wavy bracket, that's going to be our ping. If we do wavy bracket 1, wavy bracket, that's our FPS. And if we do wavy bracket 2, wavy brackets, it's going to be our voice mode. Now we do not want 0. And we want to do a new line here. So if you see enter, just close it. So what you have to do is have to enable shift and then click enter, and that'll actually make a new line. So you might notice some issue with our FPS. It's displayed like this. So obviously we need to round that. However, instead of rounding the actual value with math, what we can do, we can simply add a column here and add a 0. And as you can see, now it's a full number. If we say 0.0, we'll allow one trailing number. At another 0, we allow two trailing numbers. Another 0, we allow three trailing numbers. And that's basically how you can indicate to the format how to use this float value. I went a bit too far back. I got rid of the 0 and the column. There we go. So next, we actually need one for when we are not the host or for people who are not the host. So we'll just pull this one out, drag this one over here because you can just drag the text, open it up, go all the way to the top, press shift, new line by pressing enter, and then we need wavy bracket, 0, wavy brackets. Then we'll start labeling this by saying ping, and then column. Then we call the next one FPS. And also you can double tap onto the shift and it'll enable cap, or you can just click onto cap. Personally, I just am used to double pressing shift. And then the last one is voice mode, which will spell voice mode together, but with a capital in the middle. All right, and as you can see, we now have it in here, updated, but then we drag it up to here, and we just get rid of the line about ping because we do not need the ping for the host. And there we go. If I swap toggle this conditional around here, you'll see it simply updates whether it has or has not been showing ping. And that's pretty much it. All you need to do now is just make a little text field and drive it with this value, and then you'd be displaying it. Now, I've made in the past an example of how to drive text when I did the time display for the world time, so I'll be skipping that for now and just arranging this real quickly a little bit neater. If you have any suggestions for future videos, do leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do like it. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.